Welcome on Easy Learning. Now we are going to cover next question of FST-1. It is question number 4. Describe the modern methods employed for the exploration of natural resources. Answer. In comparison to conventional way of the exploration of natural resources, the modern way of exploring about them are more advanced. In nature, the it is complex way because it depends on the physical, chemical and biological properties of a particular resource. The exploration is processed with the help of photographs taken from aircraft or spacecraft and other data supplied by the sensors filled on such vehicles called remote sensing. The conventional methods for extracting natural resources were incidental or accidental. People got it accidentally through digging out land for several purposes. The farmers came across with precious metals and minerals while tilling. Though natural resources were found and extracted, but only from the upper crust to upper crust of the earth due to backwardness in our scientific skills. Now we can use different modern techniques to extract natural resources. Except it, the remote sensing method is mostly applicable for it. In this method, all resources found for and wide including soil, water, vegetation and minerals. The aircraft and satellite technique are used for modern extractions as these techniques help us to know the quality and quantity of the resource. The television camera, the simplest device, is fitted on satellites to get the photograph of large areas of land. The details of clouds, water, forest or buildings on the earth. Both optical methods are visible by the camera. The use of radio waves were started as a small wavelengths, also called microwaves. These radio waves were released from satellites to observe the reflection and absorption of them on the surface of the earth. These microwaves are usually used for such studies as these penetrate through clouds and their reflections also go through the clouds to reach the satellites. In the same way, infrared signals and reflections studied to show the nature of the reflecting surface. Remote sensing is used on water resources. 2. The shortest of radio wavelengths is called gamma rays. These are the result of atoms produced by several elements. The gamma rays are released back upward in the aeroplanes, satellites, which receive these rays through detectors. The emission of rays depends on the presence of moisture or water in the soil, which can be detected whether the soil consists water or not. Besides, these pictures taken from space compare the soil that holds water or that does not. The moisture in soil not only cover the dry or waterless soil but also cover the vegetation. If the dense vegetation type and pattern are found growing on the wet soils, help us in locating the areas of potential groundwater. Similarly, hot springs area may be identified and will show up in thermal or infrared detectors. Infrared reflection helps in measuring and analyzing for vegetation cover with the help of photographs. The spacecraft helps in taking pictures for deciduous trees shed lights in a certain season. These deciduous trees shed leaves during no snowfall season and does not conceal the vegetation. The study of the density of vegetation, shape and size of the plants and other features becomes easy. The growth of seasonal deciduous trees is different from that of the coniferous trees, which includes pine and deodar that can be easily detected in the photos taken by the spacecraft. After the absorption of solar energy to make carbohydrates, the plant releases some part of absorbed energy and the leaves remains 10 to 15 degrees Celsius temperature higher than the air present, even during the sunniest part of the day and about 5 degrees Celsius below the air temperature at the coolest hour of the night. The measurement of ground temperature from a distance with vegetation helps in detection.